Hey guys, I wanted to do this little video review on the 4-foot by 6-foot KETER shed that I ordered last week. It came 2 days ago and I wanted to share what I have done with it and what I'm using it for. So basically I needed a hut home for my 2 rescue ducks. Right there, there's Bridget, there's Hippie. And so basically what I had at first was this hut here, which had an extended cage in the front part that went out. It was a little flimsy and it definitely was not safe from predators, raccoons especially. The first 2 nights that I had them in it, a raccoon tried to get in. I did not feel safe, so I needed something stronger, better. I looked this up, I found this, and I've done some modifications to it. Basically, it took me about 2.5 hours to put together. I put it together with my brother-in-law. I ordered it. It came within 4 or 5 days. The very first thing that I did, I can tell you, is you will definitely need a solid base. So what we did was we did 2x4s on the bottom, and then I put plywood on top of it. So I have about 5 rows of 2x4s, and I have a sheet of plywood on top of it. Then we put the whole thing together, we put it on top, and we secured it to the base of the house itself. So they leave a couple of notches there so you can drill it and screw it right into the bottom and the base. The other thing that I didn't like about the house, the shed, was that it came with this, I mean, it's all plastic. It's basically a plastic. It's hard, that honeycomb plastic. Great for what I need it for. Is it the most secure thing in the world? No, it's not. The roof was black, and 2 things wrong with the roof when it came. 1, it's black, it absorbs the heat. 2, it had an open channel right down the middle where it splits, that when it rains, the water's just gonna sit in there and it's just gonna drain on the ends, or just basically sit there. So I went and I got some tin roofing, cut them down to the 4x6 size, and as you can see at the top, I put a metal triangle, which will peak it off, and now the rain's just gonna basically come down. And it looks a lot better, and it keeps it a lot cooler because it just reflects the sun. We fixed it up. I put some lights around the outside. It looks great, and it's actually doing the job, and the ducks love it. Well, let me show you what I did inside. Inside here we have, I put a fan on the right side. I got a little lamp and a little nesting box for them. They like to stay in small spots, so whoever wants to go in there. Got a little painting up there. I put an actual light here, so at nighttime if I need to come in, I can get some extra light. It's pretty bright. Here, to this side, I have a pet cam. So basically, I can watch what's going on from my phone anytime, and I can move the camera and zoom in, do what I want. I can actually even talk to them, I can listen. I have water here, I have their food dish, then I have a little can that I put some extra food in. All the bedding is on the floor. As you can see, they laid an egg last night. This was their first night in there, and they actually loved it. So they were comfortable enough to lay an egg. I left it in there. The door is pretty solid. One thing I can tell you about the door, because it is plastic, you know, it's going to warp a little bit. I put it together. When we put it together, it fit in perfectly. Now it doesn't fit that well, so you know, it's just a little bit, I have to push it in, but it makes me feel secure. So the other issue I had with this is a pretty good lock that comes with it. We can close this up, and then I can put an extra latch through here. But at the bottom here, there was a little overhang, and if you play with it, you can stick your fingers in there and you can actually pull it at the bottom because it's plastic and you bend it. Now, raccoons are very smart and they're very strong. I didn't feel secure, so I put an extra latch on here. I close this up, and then I take this little keychain latch, and I just put it on here like this. And this gives me the extra security that the raccoon is definitely not going to pull that open. And this works really well. They love it. I only close the door once, and that's at nighttime when they're in it. I leave it open during the day. They're really cool with it. They love the shed. It's pretty sturdy. At some point, what I'm going to do is on these walls, I'm going to modify this a little bit. I might even put some kind of a wood paneling, and that will secure it up even more. And where these white beams are, what I'll do is I'll put strips of wood and make it more solid. Now, the other thing is this window. It comes with this really, really cheap plastic window. I'm going to replace this. It's easy enough. It's got a channel in there. I will get a real piece of glass And then in the summertime, I'm gonna get a mesh, a solid, really strong metal mesh, and I will put that there so the ventilation could come through. It stays really cool now with the metal roof that I put on there. It reflects the sun with the fan inside and with the vents that they have at the top and the door being open. It keeps it really cool, and it also keeps the odor down a little bit, which is not bad. It doesn't even really affect anything. So that is my little review on it. And I think it's well worth, you know, it's a little pricey, but it was well worth the money and the security of knowing that they're going to be really safe at night and no predators are going to get at them. But like I said, the very important thing is make sure you have a base on the bottom. It's going to sturdy it up even more. But all in all, it looks great. And I maybe post another video when I modify it a little bit more. I've shared it with some other people at some other sanctuaries that have a lot of rescue animals, and they're going to buy a couple of them as well because they are well worth it. Even as food sheds, I think it's a good buy. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video.